Yeah, I saw that futon. I noticed it was a bit low earlier, so I'm gonna check my settings and make sure it's on the right microphone for a start. Camera's all right. Audio. Microphone USB. I shall change it to that one. Here. It's the same microphone. Same microphone. I'll pop my volume up as well. I've got the microphone a little bit away from me as well, so as long as it doesn't go fuzzy, we're all good. We're all good. As long as I don't get any clipping and fuzzing. But it is right in front of me, but it should be closer, to be honest, because it's a Sub-Zero desk mic, so it's omnidirectional, which means it only picks up sound from the front. So I should really have it right in my face. In your face. See if I can stretch it a bit. I don't know if it's going to want to sit up like that. It might. We shall see. It will, but it's teetering a bit. That might be better. Cheers, Snowy. Yeah, I'm in an empty room. It's a big room. There's a kitchen out over there. And it's a big, massive living room with nothing in it, no furniture in it, apart from what I've got for streaming and my amps, my guitar stuff, and my PA. So big up Wolfman. Big up everyone who's coming. We're gonna be pretty quiet tonight. It's gonna be the ones who want to chill that come over. I know Jace is live. Yeah, I don't mean to clash, but no, after my premiere, I felt like it, so why not, And I know Jason's got a lot of sort of Aggie going on over there, so people love the dramas. People love the dramas. The ones that want to chill will be here. The ones that want to watch the shouty and that, and the accusing and the pointy fingers and you're wrong and all that stuff, fine. But that's not going to be happening here tonight. Fancy a lodger with a dog? No. A few people have asked if they could rent one of my spaces, but I'm going to be moving, so you get me Bobby K's tooth. Yeah, my brother and sister-in-law were in here for 8 months in this side. There's 2 bedrooms downstairs, bathroom downstairs, huge living room, kitchen, and there's even an upstairs toilet as well. I do get your Bobby K's, but as you can tell, I had a lot of sleep last night. I was off early. A lot of sleep last night for me. Now I'm broken. A good couple of unbroken patches, and I got up in a funny mood, and I was having a giggle on my live stream this morning. As you can see, I was in the same mood out with the missus. Chicken fuckering everywhere we went, which she knew I was going to do it as soon as I reached for my fucking pocket. Oi, what are you doing? But yeah, and then my video, I took my videos, I would say they're starting to take a little bit longer, a little bit more editing involved, new characters. But yeah, just more editing involved, that's all. Excuse me. But it's all good. It seems to be working. They're only really harsh on Winkle at the moment. Everyone else is sort of light and jovial-ish, apart from Chubby and maybe Ultra, but they don't cry to me about it. So they might cry to other people about it, but they don't cry to me about it. So it's all good. It's all good. Let me shut this window. It's out of the draft. Oh, it's nice and warm in there this evening. Now I've got to sleep, and I haven't even had me pound a minute air blower on yet. Yeah, the carvery. Evening, Stu Pot. Long time no see, mate. Evening, Master Maria. Evening, Rob Lee. I did see you floating there, mate. Yeah, big up food. I ate the carvery. I did a quiet one because there was children around. I was going to do one in the queue if the geezer didn't give me much meat, but he was dishing out the meat, and the people in front of me didn't have much at all. But we're not regulars by any stretch of the imagination. We haven't been in there for months and months and months. It's only a cheap tenner carvery. But the guy sort of twigged me in. I know he seen me when I used to play in the band, so I had a plate full of turkey and beef and then hid it with a load of fucking roasties. And also, it was a massive dinner for me. I managed to eat it. Evening Spark, I managed to eat it. No pudding or fuck all, but I couldn't have extra coffee. I was absolutely stuffed. But first cooked dinner I've had in a long time, and the first food out for a long time too. So it was much enjoyed, even though it was just a shitty carvery. Yes, Bance, it is good to see Snowy. I've been going in listening to Snowy's music streams, because I like the techno and the side techno and that. I did go in the other day, share, but I was already listening to Panda Dub, which are I think they might be a crossover French US thing, but Panda Dub are fucking. I love it. It's just I couldn't turn it off. I know Snowy had some good beats going, so I was just in the chat and listening to Panda Dub because yeah, I'm all about the acid dub at the minute. I'm all about just sitting back because I'm cutting back on the stuff, I think, and get to the afternoon, have one, and it hits me a bit harder, and on with the acid dub. Upton, you spastic. What do you want? You're in the clan of Crinkle Mind, Upton. So don't even bother trying to come on panel. And oh, nice, Snowy. And if you're at all abusive to anybody, then Ice Train's going to get you the fuck out of here. How do you like them apples? That's not like me, and it's not usually my attitude. But no, it's not nice. No, it's not nice. It's not nice, Richard, plotting with Crinkle. It's not. No, it's not. But yeah, you're welcome in chat, Richard. But you've got nothing to contribute to my panel, so just don't bother. Sorry, I'm on camera laughing at my own jokes. I'm a bit stonesy. yeah, Upton. Yeah, all the girls together. Richard, you haven't been included in my videos yet. No, I think you're all right, Richard. I think you was after some clout, and if you wanna talk to Crinkle, that's fine, dude. If you wanna have him on your panel, that's fine. You're cool here. You're cool here. I'm fucking with you, dude. I'm fucking with you. You know that. But some people take my dry sense of humor, and some people just can't get it. So, talking of dog vids, I haven't uploaded a short today. Oh, new characters are going to pop in and out because it's going to be sort of. It's not brutal anyway, but it's going to be sort of more jovial. I've got Winkle to pick on because he keeps trying to come on, so I've got Winkle to preoccupy me. No one else really gets up my nose. I get on with AJ. That's why he doesn't get a ribbon in my videos. I did get on with Fish, but she's probably slagging me. Which I don't go too brutal on Fish in my videos. I go a little bit harder on Ultra because I know he's totes, and it makes me chuckle. But yeah, Ultra's all right. I don't think he's a porn bomber. He's totes emotion, but I don't think he's a porn bomber. So I just have a giggle with them guys. I'll go in on Winkle hard. Not in a sexual way, Don't take it like that. But I'll go in. I'll go in on Crinklard. Not in a gay way. Not in a gay way at all. Where did Wet Beaver come from? I just saw Wet Beaver come up on the filters, clicked into it, and I thought he's going to be from the West Country because they released beavers in Devon, and they've already moved their way up to Somerset to help with the flooding on the levels on their own. So I thought I had to do a Somerset or Devonshire Wet Beaver. Wet Beaver! So West Country. So Somerset / Devonshire, where they put the beavers, where they let the beavers go. Wet beaver, you can see a wet beaver if you go to Dorset. Everybody can see a wet beaver. I don't recommend trying to touch or taste a wet beaver. They got fucking massive teeth and claws, and it won't end well. Because she's from that area, I suppose, cheeky, if you know what I mean. And Di's from the West Country. I think she's from Somerset, which is why she like red diesel and cider. Oh, yeah. I think it's great. To be honest, right? I think it might cause controversy. But yeah, I think there is a place for releasing some big predators in the north of Scotland and see how they do. But their food source is already there. It would be a natural way to keep deer populations and other animal populations in check, which saves them from getting diseases. It's a symbiont circle. So, yeah, I'd be all for a few Eurasian wolves, which are smaller, or European wolves, which are smaller than the Alaskan Siberian wolf. So, yeah, I think there's a place for them, and lynx, but I don't know if we've got enough forest left for lynx. There would have to be some serious foresting going on. Oh, getting onto nature subjects. I like it. I like it. Have I put the stink out yet? I don't think I have. I've been talking for 20 minutes. Giggling for 20 minutes, I should say. Get told off for giggling at my own jokes all the time. Not loud. Not loud! Hi guys, it's not allowed! Community! The love of the own jokes! The brothers! Brothers! Otters are cool. We got otters close to us, so big up DT. We got otters. The otters have moved, in fact, all the way there. They're in the town. They've been seen up at the fishing lakes, which I find highly amusing. But yeah, I find it's cool. It's cool that they're spreading. No predators, see? No predators. If people get caught fucking with them, it's a massive fine or jail. There's no fucking around anymore. You know what the rural police are like? They go hard. They go hard on shit like that. Evening, Tommy. Evening. Get that out twice. Pin that one. Because I've been talking shite. I didn't even make myself a cup of tea before starting, but I have found the most. I'm not much for. The last couple of weeks I've had a thing for Dr. Pepper and Coke in cans, which is not good. But I thought I'd try this because it was only £1.25 compared to the usual bottles of cherry Coke I'll have for a small one, and they're £1.70. This was £1.35. And it is the most fucking disgusting drink I've ever tasted in my life. But I'm going to drink it because I'm a tight bastard. Evening, Tyrone.
All right, mate.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, good. Yeah. So I'm glad he went live because I was listening to Jason's fucking thing over there, fucking fighting Irish and all that shit on there, screaming and shouting at one another. Like, a load of bollocks.
I know
Man.
it's bonkers. That's why, I'm not going to keep saying it. Jason knows how I feel, and I asked him straight up what was he doing over on Tunes a couple of weeks ago, arguing, and it's led to this now. It'll bring the numbers in, but the channel won't last long.
That's what he's
The
looking
channel
for.
won't last long. It won't.
No.
It'll be gone, and that's not being nasty to Jason. I like Jason, but it'll be gone. His channel will be gone, and he'll have to rely on. I know he's got two, but
Yeah, but you don't want them. You don't want them fuckers coming over, do you?
No, the ag will follow him to his other channel. That's what
Yeah.
So that'll happen on that channel as well, because there is no filter. I get on with a lot of guys, but I won't frequent their channels because I don't want the beefs.
Yeah, they'll end up like Uncle, what's his name? Fucking the Scouser and all that, and fucking arguing all the time.
I'll end up like Expo Cesspit.
Yeah, that's the bastard. They couldn't think of his name.
Yeah.
Evening, Uncle John, Cheeky Chops, Sparky.
Good crowd in. Good crowd in. Looks like we got a crowd in who just want a chat and a chill.
That's it.
Nicely. But I got lots of rest last night for some reason, and I've been in a funny mood all day. So, but a humorous mood, mischievous mood.
You grabbed your fair slice of meat then?
What's that?
You had your fair slices of meat?
Oh yeah. I only had a small plate, $9.99, but I said, I'll have a piece of turkey and a piece of beef, please, mate. And it's usually one piece of turkey, one slice of beef.
Yeah.
I had two of each, which is the big portion, and he's like, go on in. And then my missus come to the table 5 minutes later and said, he gave the woman in front loads of meat because he was talking to her, knew her. She said, he didn't give me very much. And once she'd eaten some of her taters and she thought she'd eaten her meat, she said, there's fucking loads of turkey and gammon left under here. Loads. Yeah. I said, he sorted you out as well then? She said, yeah, he did. So there was people going through and getting little fucking grainy bits of turkey and that, and us with a normal plate fucking piled with meat. But,
Yeah, it's...
right, it was nice today. It was, for Brewers Fair, it's exceptionally nice today. Fresh sprouts, nice fucking dauphinoise potato. Fucking lovely, mum.
Yeah, some good carbies around here, fair play.
I'm not a fan of Toby. I've been there a couple of times over the last 6 months. First time, fucker, everything. And we were there first off, the next time we went, we were there, same first off, first bookings, and it was fucking dire. The meat was all right, but the taters weren't cooked properly. The fucking Yorkshire puddings looked as if they'd just been left on top of the oven to warm before serving, not put in the oven. You know what I mean? So we haven't been back. Yeah, I
was about my sons. I told him for dinner. I told him that. I can't stop fucking yawning. He's got a little collie cross with a golden retriever.
Oh, nice.
He ain't so fucking little now. He's about 5 months old now. He's a big lump of thing, and he's there at the table. He sat there quiet enough, but he's pushing his head up for a bit of food off a table all the time. Little beauty is, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll take Carvery over fast food every day, Futoy. Every day.
Yeah.
I don't really do fast food anymore.
But, some of the places you go for food is fucking chronic. Like, we was only talking about it earlier, me and the missus, about some of the places we've gone to. You have a bit of food out, and you get the chips, frozen fucking chips, and things like that. Oh, fucking crap.
Yeah.
Cook it on fucking chips.
I'm a fan of some frozen chips. But when you go out, that's a different matter, innit? You want
what
you're paying for, which is a proper nice cooked meal, like.
If you're
Not,
gonna have a nice bit of steak, you want nice fucking.
yes.
You don't want frozen chips. They're like fucking awful.
Oh no, you don't want 10 pence of fucking frozen chips for £6 worth of steak.
Yeah.
And that costs us more than that, but that's what it costs them, innit?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you know I can't stop fucking yawning today? I don't know what it is.
I've been the same, even though I had a good sleep. I got in
Yeah.
from dinner and unpacked the shopping. Fucking phoned my brother to go out for a walk, and all the way round, we didn't go far because his dogs were older now. But all the way round, I was yawning. Got in the house, still yawning. And I said to my missus, "I got to go and have a fucking bath to wake me up, because otherwise I'm going to go to sleep." This is like 3:00, 3:15.
Yeah.
And I would have probably been there now still, which would have meant I'd be up fucking all night, and it'll fuck my body clock up, So I'm glad I sort of had a bath, shave, refresh myself, and then got to making a video, which woke me right up. So,
Yeah. Well, that's it, isn't it? Once you have a shower and or a bath or whatever, and I do like a bath. I haven't had a bath for fucking ages. I like a good soak now and again. I just fill it full of Radox, and have a fucking good soak.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Oh, I only had about a 10-minute soak, and then I was shaving. I know you shouldn't, and a lot of people don't, but I shave in the bath, so I had a shave as well.
Yeah.
Well,
I tend to fall asleep if it's nice and got it nice and hot, when you get
well, my missus does.
on the edge of the bath, and then you fucking just zonked.
Yeah, he'll knock her out. She goes to sleep in the bath, and then she'll come downstairs. If I'm around there, she'll say, "Oh, you're gonna make me a cuppa," or if I'm around there, she'll text me and say, "Oh, you making a cuppa yet?" And I'll go around, I'll make her a cuppa, and by the time I've made it and that, she's usually fucking flat out for an hour.
Yeah, I fucking wake up, you fucking freezing cold water, and you fucking skin like a prune,
Guang Guang, long time no see Guang Guang. Yeah. I have fallen asleep in the past, but I'm not really one for falling asleep. A 15-20 minute bath is a long one for me.
Yeah, I just tend to shower mostly. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my shower's fucked, so I just go with the bath.
Yeah.
I can't be asked to rip it out and fucking reseal everything, and the tiles would have to come off, and you know what I mean? They've been there that long, so.
If I've had a good shift up the allotment, I'm fucking aching a bit, I'll fill the bath up and have a good soak. But other than that, it's just jump in the showers. 2 minutes, you're in and out, and job done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do like a bath, but I know some people prefer baths, but I know my missus does, but I do actually prefer a shower, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like you said, in and out, isn't it?
Yeah. In and out. Shake it all about, job done.
Yep. Evening, folks. Nice, folks. I do like. I haven't bought any for a while, but I bought offline some natural Epsom salts. Not fucking packaged and processed to smell this and that. Natural ones.
They're like them fucking bath bombs, they fucking rubbish, ain't they?
Horrible. Horrible. Proper Epsom salts. When you get out the bath, you can feel that it's actually done something. But even if it's just relax you, or I think Epsom salt sort of replenishes the skin, doesn't it? Yeah. So obviously we lose a lot of salts through not drinking water, sweating, and a lot of people are on, whether they know it or not, are on low salt fucking diets, because there's a tax on salt as well as sugar, isn't there?
Yeah.
So if you wonder why McDonald's don't taste the same as it did 2 years ago, that's why they've taken out fucking about 75% of the salt.
They reduce it and everything, all the foods and everything.
Yeah. Oh, it's good too.
Salt and sugar is a bastard and everything, but it's nice to fucking lower it. I know my brother-in-law's missus, she doesn't put salt in anything. Even when she's cooking food, she don't put any salt in anything at all. She's got this thing about salt. She doesn't put any salt in any of her foods,
No, my missus isn't allowed a lot of salt in, for cooking veg and whatever. So, I just go with it, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
If I'm cooking something for myself, I've got the salt grinder out, a couple of grinds of natural sea salt ain't gonna hurt.
No. Oh yeah, you can't beat sea. A nice sea salt. Grind it up. It's fucking lovely. Table salt is shite compared to
Oh,
the
hell
big
yeah.
flakes of salt you
Chemicals.
get. This. Yeah. I'd model a little bit of my missus has got she likes, she can't have a boiled egg with it covered in fucking salt. And I won't have them on eggs.
Yeah, Fox. I suffer with my cankles, as people know, because a couple of weeks ago I was hobbling around like a spazzer. I know all about that, Fox. I know all about that. It's not cramps for me. It's musculoskeletal just degeneration. That's all.
Yeah.
Which is going to come after playing a lot of sport and doing a lot of long walking and rupturing one of the fuckers. So evening, Dodge. Oh, Dodge is in.
Dodge the bodger. Let on it knock it out.
It does knock it out, but I clipped the video down to be a short, and the badger does actually. A couple of minutes later, it shakes it off. It's groggy. It's knocked out, but it comes straight around, and it's groggy for a little bit, but it does go away with fuck all wrong with it. Just a sore head, you know what I mean? You know what they're like. They're hard-headed buggers, isn't they?
Oh yeah, fucking hell.
But yeah, when I came across that video, I came across it on a fucking Facebook reel, I think. Oh, I was pissing myself for fucking ages. I know I shouldn't, but it was funny. Fucking brilliant. Evening, Quaver.
Quaver. Yeah, it's been a fucking funny old fucking day today, fucking weather. The fucking weather.
Yep.
Shitting fucking rain. I fucking hate the rain.
Well, luckily enough, it sort of just stopped raining when we went out. We had to dodge it a bit on the way into Waitrose.
Yeah.
But by the time we came out, 20 minutes later, it fucking stopped, and it's just started again now about half an hour ago. But it's just drizzling. Leading edge of storm, I think. We've got another storm coming, another named storm. Apparently,
that's all it seems to be. One after the other.
It is one after the other. Yeah, I think we're gonna have another wet Christmas, aren't we?
Well, I read somewhere that we're gonna have a lot of snow over December.
Well, I'd prefer that. I don't mind that, but I'm, I like it.
I'd rather see cold and dry than fucking pissing down with rain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I get out like some fucking Arctic explorer. If I see snow come, if I wake up and at like 3 a.m. and I see it's been snowing, I'm fucking gone. I get up, wrap up, bottle of water in the pocket, and or a little flask, and I'm gone. I'll just walk in it. I fucking absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I have got the right gear for it. So, I've got the right boots, I've got the right jackets, trousers.
Yeah,
mostly sea fishing bibs and braces.
Because
they're super warm, so you're not going to get cold in them, especially walking.
Yeah, something like a flotation suit.
yeah, I've got a couple of floaties. The one I've only recently, over the last sort of year, worn the jacket fishing.
Yeah.
But every time I do, I come in and I wipe the cuffs down with alcohol wipes, just in case I've got any fish smell on it. Because I've had it about 10 years and it's only ever been worn in the snow, the bibs and the top,
Yeah, I seen a photo today, man. You wouldn't believe it. A flying fish on the beach in Newquay in
No way.
Ceredigion. Yeah, yeah. Flying fish
Wow.
on the fucking beach. How weird, how
Well,
fucking strange is that?
well, you know what's made that happen, don't you? The tuna have fucking pushed them into shallow water, and then the dolphins have thought, oh, yeah, hang on, what's this?
Yeah,
And chased them into the harbour or up onto the beaches
yeah,
because the tuna are getting closer and closer and closer. So, which is a good thing as long as people leave them alone. You know, as
oh
long as
yeah,
because it's only certain fishermen that are allowed to take one or two, and as long as people don't break them rules, we'll all be good.
yeah. Hang
We
on a
should
minute.
have a nice we should have a nice tuna stock coming back to our water. With the price of tuna,
Hang on. Let me just see.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll full that. I'll full that. Wow.
amazing, huh?
Oh, I bet that'll make amazing bait. Chop him
poor,
up
fuck,
into chunks.
poor,
Fucking
poor fucking
right.
fish. Yeah, poor fucking fish. Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, there's more
Just,
and more tuna being. There was tuna. I think it was during the summer down in West Wales, and yeah, the
yeah.
yellows are back as well. Dodge West Wales and down in Cornwall, they were filmed less than 200 yards off the shore,
I know.
chasing bass, mackerel, and mullet. And
I
there's
know you're not supposed
fishermen
to
they
take
just
you're not supposed to
amazed.
take a tuna, are you? But if I hook
No,
a tuna, he's fucking coming home.
no, I'd take one.
Yeah.
Benito will come up this far, or should if the others are. But I've seen on video from Jersey,
Go to bed.
Benito caught. This is about a couple of years
Yeah.
ago. A guy caught Benito while fishing for bass, trolling for bass, trolling rapalas, rapala lures for
Yeah.
bass. He caught a Benito and he kept it. And he said, and he's a fisherman. He said it's legal to keep in Jersey, but they're very, very rare. It's the only one he is. It was the first one he caught, only one he'd seen, and I think he's caught about 3 or 4 since.
Yeah.
So Benito tuna, mate, they're the ones that look like got the stripes like mackerel.
Like a mackerel, yeah, yeah,
Like a
yeah.
mackerel, yeah. They call them mackerel tuna and all sorts, don't they? You know,
But some of
Benito's
the
South American name or
is it
Caribbean name.
bluefins? Is it the big bluefins they've been catching down here and all, haven't they, or some fucking thing?
Blue and yellow back, which
fucking-
means the big tunny will be coming back up the North Sea as well. Well, they have
Mm.
big yellow fin have been sent up in the North Sea.
Yeah, I know. Fucking
Yeah,
lots,
so
lots.
hopefully,
There's lots
teenager.
going. Fucking scene down in Newquay, in Ceredigion, you know, fucking
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah.
I'll show you another photo now. What they seen jumping out the water there now, if I can find it. You know, it's full of dolphins down there, like, you know.
Yeah, I've been up there a couple of times on holiday, and I've been lucky enough to see them off the harbour wall.
They
And
got a
I've been fishing.
massive pod of dolphins because they got the dolphin watcher. They're watching them all the
Yeah,
fucking time, like, you know.
yeah.
But
And me and my brother were lucky enough to watch mother and juvenile porpoise, harbour porpoise,
yeah,
hunting bass and mullet in Barry Harbour when we were fishing.
all right, yeah,
Amazing. Never seen them up there. Amazing. Absolutely amazing to watch them hunt. The water was coloured because the tide was coming in. So
yeah,
and it's muddy harbour. So yeah, you could see them just below the surface. You could see their fins, and you could see them the mother teaching the youngster to do the old run around, you know,
yeah.
to circle the shoal. And there was fucking, bass and mullet of 4 or 5 pound jumping clear of the water, scared shitless. It was fucking brilliant to see. Really good, you know.
Well, look, I've been down Newquay, you know, just on the end of the marina, on the end of the harbour there, and they come right fucking in, and you know, they're so used to seeing people around there and the boat trips going out around them and all that. They just tend to come back right into the fucking side, like, you know.
Yeah, evening, Paul. Yeah, I think when me and my missus get a couple of days away, I think I might go that way. We usually go Swansea way.
Yeah.
Hotel with spa, but I think I might like Airbnb it up there for a couple of days, or even in one of the little villages or B&Bs in the village.
Yeah. Yeah. There's plenty of B&Bs in Newquay itself.
Yeah, plenty of nice ones, really nice ones.
They photographed somebody photographed a thresher shark jumping out the water and round the dolphins.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't, I can't find the fucking picture.
they'll run with the dolphins to
Yeah.
prey on the same fish. Take advantage. I don't think a thresher, unless there's a very, very small youngster, because they won't fuck with dolphins, really.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh no, the dolphins beat the shit out of them. Rama bastards.
Evening,
Yeah.
nomadic. How's it, mate?
Hey, I'm good.
Yes, mate. Yes, cool. Good evening. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just come through Buffalo, New York. So let me
Nomadic.
just change it. Hello, Tyrone.
How are you, mate? All right?
Not too bad. It's a lot. It's a bit colder here than normal, but
I bet
it's
it is.
winter time.
Yeah, winter in New York.
Yeah, because I'm in, like I said, I'm in upstate New York, whereas everybody associates New York with like the high rises and stuff like that. So, but I like it up here because this is all forest and. Well, this is like
Yeah.
Buffalo is about 20 miles ahead of us. So Buffalo is like Niagara Falls.
All right.
I won't
Yeah,
see
yeah.
Niagara Falls because I'd have to turn left and go cross as if I'm going to Canada, which I don't want to be going to Canada.
No.
But no, it sounds like it's nice blue skies here. I'll give you that, but it's just cold, just really cold at the moment. It's like 9 degrees. That's cold to me here.
Yeah. Good question, PTC. Sorry, I got a question from Paul. If you had a chance to live anywhere in the world, money would be no object. Where would you pick? And after watching lots of videos, Paul, I'll answer first. And I would probably move to Vermont in the States. And I've never been a big fan of the States. But watching videos, and if I could keep as far away from the city as possible, I'd be happy. Canada, another one. I don't mind the cold. See, I'm not.
Yeah.
I was
Canada.
going to say,
like
Vermont. That does get cold.
I like the cold. I know it gets 20, 30 below there.
Right.
Yeah, I like the cold. I like the idea of snowmobiles and,
Yeah. Alaska be the place for you in the ministry.
I don't know, 4 or 5 months of winter in Vermont. I'd take over 8 months of winter in Alaska, I think.
Yeah.
Maine. I like Maine.
Last year they had real bad snow here. It was about 4 foot deep, 5 foot deep. This was a no-go area. There was a state of emergency up here.
Wow.
So, yeah, the snow gets bad from here all the way out like the northeast, like to Vermont, Boston.
Which is the nearest
right up to Maine.
in New York? What's the nearest to Canada? What's the nearest area then to Canada in New York State?
The nearest place to Canada.
Yeah. But it's not that far.
Where I'm going, I'm only going to be like about an hour from the Canadian border.
Yeah.
There's certain places like once you get into upstate New York, you can take there's a road. I'm trying to think of what interstate it is. It's the same as like where I'm going. After I've unloaded this tomorrow morning, I go back down to New Jersey, swap trailers. I take a loaded trailer back up to the Great Lakes, and I love going up there because it's really scenic. And you go across the Mackinac Bridge, and that again, Canada is just there's lots of entry points, and if you carry on across the Mackinac Bridge, I go left and go along the top by the Great Lakes. But if you carry on up there, about an hour up there is the Canadian border as well. But I can't go in there because they won't allow us contractors in there because these trucks aren't restricted. They've got to be restricted for insurance purposes.
Yep. Canadians are fucking strict, aren't they?
Yeah. Like yeah. I mean, I've been in there when I was a company driver with this company for 6 months when I first came to this country. I went into Quebec, Ontario. I think Ontario twice from stuff out because that was a company truck, so it was like restricted to like thinking 63 miles an hour or 62 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But you know, these things do. This one does what 83, 85. They want, not that you're going to race along like that, but they just don't like the idea of an unrestricted trucks going in there. So, which is a pain in the ass.
It is.
Summertime's nice up there, like, you know, when you go across there, and especially when you go across the actual water. That's like crystal clear.
Yeah.
Really crystal clear. It's the same as like when I got by on the Great Lakes. That
Yeah,
is so crystal clear up there.
Yeah. I was
one
gonna
part of our bridge.
there's part of Michigan, isn't there, that you know, stretches out right into Canada like a finger, isn't there?
Yeah, that's where I'll be.
Yeah. That area, look, I know it looks very sort of some of the videos I watched looks kind of bleak and that, but you know, that's my cup of tea. Living sort of out in the woods on the edge of town.
Yeah, because you go along the top there, and again,
yeah,
I mean,
I think, you know, in America,
you're going, Tyron.
You know, I was just say if I was going to move to America, I'd want to move to a state where, you know, way out the big cities, you know, more into the country somewhere, you know, plenty of grass and mountains and fucking shit like that, you know, so you can have a small holding or a farm, or, you know what I mean? Fuck the cities.
Yeah. It's like where I live in Georgia, and I mean, I like the southern states, Georgia, Alabama, the Carolinas, well, certainly South Carolina, not quite too much good on sort of North Carolina, but I also like in the north, like Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a really nice place, really nice people. Can't help you enough. I mean, yes, they get some severe weather up there and Minnesota and stuff like that. But, you know, again, it's not a concrete jungle. It's away from everything. And
I couldn't think of anything worse than living in a big city with fucking, you know, big buildings all around you, you know, and you're just walking. Fuck that. It's not my scene at all. I'm a country boy at heart.
Yeah. I couldn't do the city anywhere. And I couldn't do extreme heat either. Me and heat don't do well.
Yeah, it was like a couple of weeks back though, whenever I met up with my cousin in central New York. I mean, I don't know if anybody in here has been into New York. That's crazy. There's so many people, and I mean, just completely different way of life down there.
Yeah.
Rather than up here in upstate New York, it's like, good God, you know. And it was nice to see some of those things, you know, like it's like in New York, but I wouldn't rush back there again. You know, even though I mean, it's cheap for me because I could park across the water at our yard, jump on a train. I think it was only like train and taxi. It was at Uber. I think it was all about sort of $45 for a return, but yet my cousin paid like a couple of $1,000 to be there or whatever. But
it's strange because, you know, living where we live and everything, you talk to, you go out. If I went into town, I know I'm going to bump into people I know and have a chat, you know, and have a talk, you know. But if you imagine some of these places like that, people you say something, they just walk straight past, you know, just ignore you, you know. And you know, I'd rather be in a community where people know you and you can have a chat. So anything big and noisy wouldn't do me at all. No, not at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind the idea of, like I said, if ever I'm in New Jersey and I'm on and I decide to sit down for like 34 hours, I'd probably take a day, you know, go over there early and go into New York during the day. And get to go around in the summertime and whatever. But you know, it's a cheap thing just going over there.
Yeah. I fucking hate going to Cardiff or Swansea or fucking, I mean, I fucking hate it. You know, just
I don't mind Cardiff. I don't mind Cardiff, to be honest.
London's fuck. Times I've gone to London, I fucking hate London. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't live in Cardiff, to be honest. I'd live in the outskirts, but I couldn't live in the city centre.
It's getting expensive.
Shopping and visiting and gigs, I find it decent enough. Safe.
They're all moving out, aren't they? From I tell you, when I went to Shetlands, I fucking loved it out there. I thought, yeah, I could live
Well,
out
like-
there easy. You know, no problem at all.
Tell you what, our clocks changed last weekend here because I think they change a week after they do in England.
All
And,
right, yeah.
God, well, come about 6 o'clock now, 5:30, it gets dark quick.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know why they do it. I don't see any point in it.
I know.
Evening, Paul.
I just don't see a point in it.
Yeah, just leave as it was now. It's but then roll on December, then we get the shortest day, and then it starts getting lighter in theory.
You know the truck you were driving? Was it one of those like those big rigs with like I just seen passing by there with a fucking big front on them and the mirrors on the
Yeah,
on the
'cause
bonnet
this
and all.
that's
Yeah.
the engine there.
All right, yeah.
So
You
yeah,
got
this is
sleeping quarters in the back.
yeah, I got 2 beds, double
Yeah.
bunks, and I mean you got everything you need in here. I don't need to while I'm on the road. I've got everything. Fridge.
Yeah.
I do the cooking, or if I get lazy, yes, you can stop at Walmart or something like that. It's limited though because obviously this is a semi truck, so it's not as if you could go to the local place and park,
Yeah.
you know. And like now, because some places don't like chemical tankers appearing there because just in case of an accident, or anything like that. Because America's about suing everybody.
Yeah.
Even though this is a non-hazmat I've got, but they don't want the hassle. So normally if you say, look, I want to come get some shopping, do you mind if I park there? Sometimes they'll say, well, what truck have you got? And you're sort of like, chemical truck. Well, no, we'd rather you didn't then, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking hell.
But I like coming up, like say this road. These roads are simple. They're relatively flat.
Yeah.
It's a lot faster. I mean,
you find it boring just doing that all the fucking time? Just seeing the same.
Because no, because I choose my load, so I go wherever I want to go. So I because you cover like the whole of this country. These would be the last sort of week or so I'm going to be up here, because once I get up to the one the one on the Great Lakes, I come back to Wisconsin, swap that trailer, then I go back down to Texas, and then I'm probably going to stay south then until the new year, because I'm just too girly now. I don't want to be up here in the cold because it gets really cold.
Oh, fucking hell,
I'd rather be back down south still with a t-shirt on and whatever, because it doesn't really get that cold.
Is it 7 days a week you're trucking, is it?
When I'm out here, yeah. I mean, I've been out this time around. I've been out, apart from I went through the house, or I went through the brother-in-law's house once. Yeah. So I've been out for it'll be nearly 2 months, and I run like 8-hour days, so it's not as if I kill myself. I just run, and then I'll just go. Sometimes like this, like I said, I like upstate New York, but sometimes it'll get repetitive. So then you think, right, sod it. No, I'm going to go like somewhere like Oregon or whatever, something different, so you get to see a different sort of view and stuff like that. And then you get bored with that. And then you come back south. But it's good that I just get left alone. I pretty much have no contact with this company because it's all automated.
All right.
You just
tell me, is it like you see on TV in the films, and you see these fucking coppers hiding away on the side of the roads, like for speeders and all that? Or is that just all bollocks?
No, police like getting their pound of flesh here.
Yeah.
Because you got state police, then you got local police, you get sheriff's department. They got so many types of things. I lose track of who's who,
Yeah.
But the one we have to watch for are the state troopers, because they like going after the truck drivers.
Wow.
Well, more so what they call the hot shotters. Hot shotters is like a pickup truck and a trailer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Because a lot of them, so many people jump into that, and they haven't got all their ducks in the right way, so they'll pick on them a lot more because they're easy prey. But they will go after truck drivers. But then they want us to help them as well,
Are you governed with your hours like a tachograph out here? Are you governed with anything like that up there?
Yeah, we got a 70-hour week that we can do over an 8-day period. That's why I run like 8 and 3/4 hours a day That way,
Right.
then I can perpetually run. And you can easily do on these sort
Even
of
in a
roads
crusade.
550, about 550 miles in an
Yeah.
8-hour period, because you just put your foot down and go. So
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
easily do 3,500 miles a week just working an 8-hour day. Whereas a lot of people will run, burn their clock up, and then they're sat for a day and a half, which if I'm out on the road, I don't want to be sat in some truck stop or whatever, just watching the world. I'd rather be moving, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not out here to sit in some dodgy truck stop.
Like you say, and the company don't push you to into anything. Like it's just you say you
No,
don't get to see anyone. Just like it's all automated. You just drive somewhere, offload a trailer, then pick up another trailer from there and take it somewhere else, and then it carries on like
yeah,
that.
yeah, because you go on, we have a load board, and that's got all the loads for the whole of the country listed.
Hmm.
So as long as you know your geography and time management, it's easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And knowing what the customers are like, because certain customers you'll go to, and you make a mental note of whether it's a pain in the ass or whatever going there, you know. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
or whether it's like it's gonna, they normally allow 2 hours to offload, but sometimes you'll go to a place that can be like 10 hours, and you think, well, I'm not coming here again. I mean, they pay you the detention time, but in the big scheme of things, you don't want to be sat somewhere unless you're on a 10-hour break overnight. Then they can pay the detention. Like with this load, I got there yesterday, but I did know it wouldn't be ready until 6 o'clock. It was supposed to be 1 o'clock this morning, and then when I woke up this morning at like 5 o'clock, I couldn't find the trailer, so I went in there and they said no, there's still an issue of the product. So I eventually got away from there like 10.
Evening, mate.
Yeah.
So they still got to pay you $25 an hour for just sitting there. But I knew that load is just an 8-hour run to get to the customer, sit there overnight, and they'll offload me at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Is it, did you pass your, like an heavy goods out there, or did you go out with an heavy goods license, or?
No, you got to retake all your driving tests and everything, yeah. Your car driving tests, and then you got to take your, their equivalent to the HGV one, which is a CDL-A.
Right.
I just went on a 2-week course, paid for a 2-week course, and then during the day on your breaks, a lot of the big companies were coming in and doing like a chat about theirs, you know, why you should come and work for them. I never even heard of this company, and yet they're one of the biggest in this country.
Wow.
And they said, oh, you know, they got a tanker division, and I'm assuming that's going to be a seriously specialized. Well, they send you up to a training thing for like 2-3 weeks. Then a trainer comes out with you for 2 weeks. Then they'll let you loose. Then you got to get the TWIC card, which is where the government does a background check on you and stuff like that, knows who you are. Then you get your hazmat card, so you can deal with, you know, obviously anything. And then it just works, you know. But it's a bit of a process, but I wouldn't change it because this works for me as a person.
Yeah, yeah.
But this is absolutely really a single man's job, you know, because you don't want to be tied down as such, you know. Even though you get drivers out here with wives and their wives with them, and I'm thinking, good God, you know, if you're having a bad day and you're both in this little 8-foot square thing,
yeah,
that's pretty drastic. So
yeah, it could get a lot worse.
yeah, so I like my space, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's just a job for that, really, isn't it? You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't see anybody, and you got all the facilities in the lorry if you want to get your head down, make a bit of food or everything like that, you know, whatever.
Yeah. It'd definitely be something I'd enjoy.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd enjoy it in the UK or Europe.
Yeah, I mean, this one, it's like if you go to like Wyoming and things like that, you know, you see the mountain ranges. That's crazy out there. And then you start, you know, seeing the sheer size of these mountains. I've not been to Nevada, and I've not been to Cali. We have loads that go out there, but I've always been told don't go to Cali. They don't like truck drivers, so it's like, yeah, I don't want to go to Cali then.
I've seen a lot of photographs and videos about Montana, and it looks fucking stunning, Montana.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, the last time I was in Montana, that was about, God, that must have been about 5 years ago. I was on my way to Oregon, and you go through Montana to get out that way, and I had to do a 34-hour restart in Montana, and it was snow and ice and flipping heck, that was so cold.
Yes, right.
But the scenery, you know, when you see it as well with the snow, I mean, it's amazing. You don't, you know, when you look at all these white mountain ranges, and I mean, even now when you go through like Colorado, it'll be like this on this sort of level, but then if you look up at the mountains, they're all snow capped and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah. Evening, Rice. Good to see you, brother.
So it's definitely something that you can. I mean, like I tell a lot of people, you know, a lot of this stuff I'm doing 70 miles an hour, so a lot of stuff goes past me at 70 miles an hour. I want to get to the point where I can start stopping and just taking a couple of days in somewhere and just seeing what's really going on around. But you know, because I miss a lot of this stuff, even though it's on your doorstep. You just go because you're trying to get from A to B.
Yeah.
And some of it, like when I turn off, I mean, this is 120 miles this straight. Well, this basically is straight. Then you turn off and go up at 81. Then you start seeing the big lakes and getting really deep into the upstate New York. And if you'd been up there like 2 or 3 weeks back, and all the leaves were changing colors, it's amazing to see all the colors. But now a lot of it is down, you know.
Yeah. So what are you all in today then?
It's going to be used for it's a part of a chemical used in paint.
All right.
So we deal with a lot of paint companies, stuff like that where they manufacture. Everything we haul is like part of something. We don't actually deliver
Mr. Barrister.
A specific product that you that you go to the shelf. We just haul for the big manufacturers here, and just taking their products and splitting it between A, B, C, D, you know, and whatever.
Yeah.
I know we deal with. I know the company side, they deal like Hershey and people like that. They'll deal with and they use like purified water and things like that.
All right, yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff we're not allowed to touch on the contract side. They just want to keep it for their company drivers. We're just sort of there to mop up stuff, you know.
Yeah, the insurance is probably cheaper for them to keep it in company as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, my insurance is through this company I'm contracted to, because they're like a $7 billion a year company, $7.5 billion I think was last year, something like that. So they self-insure, so my insurance is really cheap because they're protecting their own product, you know. So if the product did go wrong or the trailer went over, you know, they expect some of that, because we have rollovers every year. When we might have 3 to 5 rollovers every year because of inexperience of new drivers. They forget when you're going around the bend, that stuff's crawling up the side of the tank.
Yeah.
And as you're going faster and faster, it's going up further and further, and over she goes, you know.
Yeah.
We had one of them locally. It's a couple of years ago now, but fire tender going from where I live, Ty, down to Abergavenny, and it's really steep pneumatic.
Yeah.
They were fully laden with water, and they cut a corner, and there was a car there, so they had to swerve. And of course, the momentum of the water just threw them like a spinning top into a tree. Like 3 or 4 of them permanently out of work, you know, permanently out the fire service from the accident. And to be fair, the driver should have known better than to be driving down there at 70 mile an hour.
Oh, fuck that, yeah.
You know, it is a bad road. So, you know, even if it's an emergency, you got to know your limits, haven't you?
Yeah. Also, when you're carrying liquids, you know, it's not like carrying a solid load, is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
that's exactly what happened to them. He had to swerve to miss a car, which he could have done if he was unladen, no problem. But the weight of the water pushing them back and forth spun them like a top into a massive fucking tree, and the tree won. The tree won
Wow.
against like a
Every
35-ton fucking fire engine.
Every time a tree is going to win.
Yeah, because I mean these ones, like if you look at a fuel tanker, they've got baffles in, so that there's a lot less movement in those compartments. But these chemical trailers, they have no baffles, so everything is moving around. So if you held a water bottle and shook it up, that's what's going on in this trailer.
Yeah.
The same effect. I mean, not as violent as that, but it's the same effect.
And I would imagine they'll always give you that extra shunt on when you put the brakes on and all, you know.
Yeah, if you get some of these one, because like sometimes you hear that thing going off, that alarm on mine. That's because if a vehicle gets within 150 feet of the front end of my truck, it starts activating my brakes and everything because it wants you to slow down. Well, sometimes if a car jumps in there, they will cut you up because nobody's got time for truck drivers. So cars will cut you up. And like I had the other day, one cut straight across me and activated my own guard system. So the brakes slam on. Then you think, uh-oh, count to 3, 1, 2, 3, and then bang, everything, there's 20 odd tons of product coming forward and the truck can't stop it because that's just an instant slam on,
Yeah. I'll be there in a minute. I'll leave this dog out. He's whining.
No worries, Ty. Yeah, it definitely looks like winter's fully sort of getting a grasp on upstate New York now.
Yeah, that's why I say it's I won't be spending much more time up here. Even though I like it up here, I've just got to start going south, so I'll start running between between Texas and the Carolinas, and maybe up to like Tennessee and stuff like that, or Arkansas, because it's not as cold up in those sort of areas. But up here, it just gets bitterly cold, and when you're outside,
no real names, please, Ice. No real names, please, Ice. Yeah, it won't be long before the snow flies, like you said, will it?
Yeah, we had a freeze up this morning when I woke up this morning and looked outside. You open all the blinds, and sure enough, everywhere was white. And it was only about -2, but that was the first frost I've seen this year. So it's going to be a lot worse to come.
Yeah. It was. We was fucking. We had like one really mild frost about a month ago. And we've had nothing since, and it's peculiar. It's 12th of November,
right?
And it's usually heavy frost every morning. But it's just, I know it's chilly, but I started this live stream about an hour ago, is it? Hour and 10 minutes ago, and it was 4 degrees C. And whilst being sat here, it's gone up to 8 degrees C.
This is what makes me laugh. You look at this rest. Look at the name of this rest area. Pembroke. You'll see so many British town names and stuff like that up here. It's always weird. So it always blows my mind watching when you go into these different states.
Yeah.
And you start seeing all these British areas,
Yeah. I think that's why I'm drawn to the videos of farms in upstate New York, Vermont, New England, and there's some guys in Maine that I watch, and the northeast of the US states really sort of really interest me. The wildlife, the winters, it's all the seasons really. I like watching. There's a few I watch that they do the whole year. From spring right through, so they grow their own food and they show the planting, the growing, harvesting, and the whole year and getting ready for winter sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I find that shit really interesting.
It's odd as well here because I remember when I was in England that like agricultural stuff would slow down. Like come near the winter.
Yeah.
Here, like say, you'll see the combines out there even now, and you'll see them into next month, because there is, you got the big states like Iowa as well, which is a huge farming state. Arkansas. It's just weird to see them still out in the field,
Hi.
Hello, Julia.
I'm new ici devant de ma main.
All right, Crinkle. What's going on? Yeah, good try, Crinkle. Nice try.
He's such a dick, this kid.
Shame it was backstage. Not tonight, Pringles, you dirty degenerate bastard.
Yeah. He needs to
Not
go out.
tonight. He's been
Yeah,
trying me for days and it's not working. I'm not having it. It's not working. He
I
can
know
go
he's so sad that he's got to put all this effort into doing this. It's like you dick, you know. Just
yeah.
I don't understand people like that, you know. And that's why I don't understand why he gets room on wherever, you know. It's ridiculous. So
Yeah.
but hey ho, you know.
No, Mystical, he doesn't get fed up. He's just, it's the weekend, which probably doesn't make a difference, but it's like 7:45. He's probably had half a bottle of Corvissoir, if that's how you fucking say it, and a couple of rocks, and he's all about it. So, you know.
Who's that, Henry?
Yes.
It's Johnny No Mates.
Yeah. Is that him in the private chat, is it?
Yeah. Coming on as Julia Bayonet. I wasn't quick enough to get that one. But I know it was him, and he showed me it was him by porn bombing backstage before I could ban him. So I must have nearly all of his fucking doodahs banned by now.
He's a prick.
Yeah.
So he's trying anything. Even came in.
I'm telling you, somebody will catch up with him one day, see him wherever he is in London, and somebody's going to fucking spark him out, you know?
Yeah.
Knock his other fucking eye out.
Bus trip.
Bus
trip to London, Christmas shop.
Yeah. It'd be fucking full, that bus would.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think he probably has, Beyonce. He's been, guzzling on things.
Yeah.
Did you see Beyonce's video last night? His live video thing.
Rest in peace, yeah.
No, I missed it. I was off early last night.
That was hilarious. He's just doing all the karaoke stuff, but he's added some new ones and things like that. It was funny. Because I didn't know his channel had been taken down, because I was asking people the other day, has anybody seen Beyonce? I didn't know if he was just taking a break or. But he had it taken down, so he's rebuilding it again. So big up Beyonce, and it's just all tongue-in-cheek stuff, you know. It's not nasty or whatever.
I watched. He put the one up about Marisi laying into at fucking Ubers, you know, which I did enjoy.
Yeah.
And she's right. Marie was right. Ubers is a shit stirring bastard. He jumps on channels, does a shit stirring. I'm going now. Well, fuck off then.
Yeah, he did that the other day. He was on Mr. D's. He come on there, and he just got to go for it. It's just, and then it just turns out, and then I get peeved with this guy because I don't get on with him, you know, because like I say, he just gets on there being Mr. Negative everywhere.
A naked butt on a painting's not P-bombing, agent. Come on. It was quite a nice thumbnail. I liked it, actually. Very nice art, that. Evening, Laura.
Yeah, he done it to me. When with Michelle and Binksy said I dobbed him in down into Leckley, the prick. You know.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he wants to fuck off. Then once he said it, he wants to fuck off. You know.
Yeah. Once he's had a few drinks, because one thing you don't do is you don't get out of your head and then get on YouTube, because you're seriously going to regret it. You know. I've had friends.
He's been doing it for a while. He's been doing it for a while.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've only come in this community the last couple of months, so I'm still learning different people and what they are and what they do, and I don't sort of go into any more channels now. I just, because there's enough. You know, you listen to a few lives, and a few lives can be going on all together for like hours. So I just don't spend a lot of time on a lot of channels. I just stay with a few, a few in the hand sort of channel wise.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like Beyonce was bringing up people yesterday in his thing, and I'm having to ask him because I'm thinking, who is that? Because I don't know.
He usually puts their name up in the video, doesn't he? You know.
Right. Yeah, most of them were like that, but but some he didn't, and I'm thinking I don't know who we're listening to or whatever. But they, it's just funny. It's just harmless fun,
there's been some real fucking characters that's been on here that's disappeared, over the last year. Like some have been locked up, some have fucking,
Damn.
tell you some
Yeah.
banned
Some have
for life,
disappeared.
banned for life.
Yeah, some have just faded away.
Yeah. Remember Banned for Life Ministry? I don't want to mention
Yeah.
his name. I don't want to talk him down. But he was a fucking nut job, wasn't he? But yeah, it's been some funny ones on here.
Wow.
But most of the people are good, and without these people in the chat, you wouldn't have a fucking live. It's big up the chat all day long. They are the live, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are.
Yeah, because you'll get like the chat talk. There'll be like sometimes the chat will switch off to whatever's going on the live feed because they're just talking to each other and like it's just a good chat all round,
Yeah.
It's not very often that I have to address something in the chat. I've got to be honest. It's usually pretty civil, or if there is a bit of shenanigans, it's never really doesn't seem to be heavily.
Your mod should be dealing with
going off on panel as well. So
as long as you've got good mods ministry and they'll deal with it for you, as long as they don't keep doing it all the time because they don't like some individual, that's wrong then. But if they type in shite in the chat, yeah, fair enough, if it gets too much around.
Yep.
But most of it's all fun, tongue in cheek. It's great.
Yes. And anything that is a bit, like I said, since I've been cutting back on the ag, the chat seems to have followed suit, and those that are having a bit of beefage, it's not too, it's not fucking daggers in the back. It's sort of more gentle than that, but still brutal, but a bit more more gently worded, I should say, more gently worded. The meaning's the same. It's just different words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might see some stops in there. They got like text stops here. Because people get so obsessed that they got to do a text. So now in New York, they've now got these areas where you can pull in, and it's specifically so you can do your text and then get driving again. They've spent millions putting these things in all upstate New York, and as you come back down towards New York. Yeah, and it's just funny seeing them. That they've gone specifically put an area to like texting. It's funny. I think we passed a couple, but you'll see them in a minute. You might see some deer up here, yeah, but while it's still light, they come right up on the road. But you'll also see a lot of dead deer. There's been a lot of deer knocked down between Pennsylvania and here.
Yeah, start a rifle season, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what's happening, because sometimes you'll see a lot of them. They just run because of the sounds and stuff like that, and deer aren't designed to sort of stop at the road and look both ways and then run again. Because when these deer run, I mean, crikey, they can run.
Oh hell yeah!
You see them clear across this interstate at the speed they're going at, and it's like, wow. So I don't normally come out here in the dark here, like here in Pennsylvania, because there's too much chance you're going to get deer like came across the road. And by the time you see it, it's too late. You're going to have an impact with it.
Yeah.
And I don't yet have a deer guard on it yet. I'm probably going to get one put on there, but problem is if a semi truck hits one, because all this front end is fiberglass, it'll go through your radiator, it'll go through everything. It'll cause you a few $1,000s worth of damage,
Yeah. Well, the fronts are designed to crumple, aren't they? So to minimize the damage to the driver and the drivetrain, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the thing at Sage is obviously that about 2 ton of engine in front, At least that one's bolted, and then unfortunately the animal's going to take the impact from that. But it will break belts and do a lot of damage. Oh my
I think
god.
pretty quiet in the chat there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I gotta jump down, Ministry. I need to have a good one now, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
send
no worries.
a Mank Marvin.
Yeah, I'm not on for a long one. I'm going to enjoy some
Mhm.
YouTube tonight. I
Have
thought
a
I'd
good
come
trip,
on.
Nomadic, and all the
I
best.
appreciate that, Tyrone. You too.
Big up the chat.
In a bit tight.
In a bit. Cheers.
No, I can jump down if you're wanting to come off.
No, I'm not shutting down yet. No. Yeah, I'm only just over an hour in, so gonna go for at least a few hours. I don't know who's scheduled up later. I don't know if Jamie's scheduled at 9. But if he is, I'll probably go up till 9.
Right.
Yeah,
I tried listening to Jason's earlier on. I don't know what that was all about. I came into it and it was everybody screaming and killing each other. I didn't stay in there too long because
it's peeps from the beef inside of the community, or not this community. They are a different community, but they're sort of started off as sort of bare knuckle boxing sort of stuff, but it's turned into just beefing channels. So you go over to their channels and it's just ag most of the time.
right.
Jason's been over to a few of them, so obviously he's subbed to them. They're coming to his and airing their laundry on his, which is fine if that's what he wants to do.
Because a lot of the names I didn't even recognise that were in the
fine.
thing.
Yeah, it's up to him to do his thing, isn't it?
Mhm. Yeah, that was just getting crazy. What now? I'll come out, and then your thing come up about you like doing your thing before the live. So right, okay, I'll do that and just stay out and watch for a minute.
Yeah. Well, one word answer, Rice. Done. Just to answer Rice and Peas, who's not making me hungry today like he usually does because I had a big lunch. So there you go.
I didn't know who Rice and Peas was until last night because they were in Beyonce had put them in his live thing.
Yeah,
It's
Rice
funny.
is cool. He's been around ages, Rice, a lot longer than me. But around the freedom side, Rice and Beyonce and everybody were like always on Michelle's and in the chat and that. Not so much now. I don't know what's gone on, but Rice and Peas and that, and they've always been around my channel since I started, so shown me loyalty and that, even though they didn't have to because I was a newbie and stuff. So respect to Rice and the Peas.
It was funny because when Beyonce started that thing last night, there was only about like 2 of us there and something. And I'm thinking it's because it was a new channel, but suddenly everybody started jumping in from everywhere. It was it started piling up pretty quick with people. So at least people know they found his channel. So
yeah.
But I like stuff like that where it's just funny, where everybody just can just have a laugh and do whatever,
Yeah. Well, that's sometimes I get a bit of grief and dish out a little bit, but not very often. But that's not what I'm here for in the slightest. I'm here to connect with people, and it just happens that I entered the live streaming through a different way. The true crime type of guys who talk about their criminal past and that on lives. I came in that way and quickly found it wasn't for me.
Right.
But I'd already found auditing through finding out, just randomly finding Andrew J. You might not know who Andrew is, but my first panel was going on with Andrew, and he gave me confidence to come on panel and do my own thing with my channel, and and a few others, not just Andrew,
Right.
But I'm glad I came away from that and into sort of the auditing and freedom sort of community. It does get beefy and aggro, but not nearly as much as what some of the places Jason's paneling at the moment.
Right. Yeah, I've seen different, like I say, different names come up, and it's like, I think when I was in Beyonce's last night, I think I was Lynn Oggy was telling me which ones, this one is so and so, and that one's so and so, and like, yeah, you might not want to get involved with this one because which like I say, if I don't know them by now, I'm happy the ones I'm watching, because there's only a certain amount of stuff you can watch anyway. Because I mean, how can you keep watching all these like hundreds and hundreds of channels? Because then you start getting behind and everything. Like, so it's just a matter of, I don't know. That's just me. Just cutting it down to like a sensible amount of people you follow.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that as well. I am subbed to a lot of people, but like you, there's only certain channels that I will go on where I feel comfortable. I don't like to sit on a panel, feel uncomfortable, or I don't like to just sit on a panel, for the sake of it and not contribute, because I think the whole point of these panels is for, the panelists to contribute and the chat to contribute with questions or whatever it may be, or with feedback. It's that's what it is for me, is connecting with people. Not that I don't connect. I've got a life outside YouTube. I'm not always on YouTube. I go out every day, get exercise every day, visit friends, it's not as if the tubes is my be all and end all.
Right. Yeah, that's the same with me. You just sort of like, sometimes I'll just like generally, if I'm at the house or whatever, I don't normally. I think I've done it once or twice, get involved on those sort of YouTube lives then, but generally I'll just take breaks every now and then, because it's sometimes you get burnt up on these different things, and I don't mind, let's say, listening to stuff like that, but sometimes I just turn my notifications off and take a couple of days break from YouTube, because if you leave your notifications on, it's going to come up. You're going to be tempted to check, So I just, every now and then, I'll just turn off my notifications so I don't see nothing.
I don't mind, watching a bit of drama sometimes, but it's not really my bag. Too much of it will definitely start to bring you down. Your mood down. Even just watching it and being in the chat will bring your mood down. I've been there, done that.
Yeah, because it's. I think when they start getting into that stuff, then starts to get really personal, really, really personal. And once they start doing all that crap, the doxing, the whole thing, it just nobody wants to be a part of that,
Yeah, I got doxed, but I didn't really mind, because I'm open about who I am, what I did for a living, where I live, so it's quite easy to find out anything about me. My name was doxed, and I wasn't really bothered about it, to be honest. It was what it was. Other people would get more tetchy about it, but I wasn't, because I have revealed so much of myself. I've shown myself playing on stage, all sorts. So, and a few people knew my name anyway, so it didn't really matter, But yeah, I don't agree with all the doxing and fucking hacking into people's Facebooks to get photos and all that sort of fucking nonsense, like what happened to Nutter. He had his Facebook hacked by one of his subs. Fucking, he had to shut it down.
Yeah, because I think they even brought that up the other day when that what's his name, Ron and Maria. Somebody had Beyonce, is it? Beyonce had cut a bit and was just saying about this, but then if you listen to the discussion in the background there was, I think it was that AJ said, that they had looked in and managed to get into Jason's private settings or something on his Facebook, and you think, good God, where does people stop with this stuff? But he hadn't had something set up.
I've got an active Facebook. I only really use it for marketplace. But no, my profile is private to anybody, but friends. So not even friends of friends can see my my Facebook. If a friend was to say share something that I've posted, which I don't do anyway, So yeah, that's pretty tight. But yeah, there's not much on there really. Just a few photos, a few band videos.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do any social media apart from YouTube. I don't do any
No,
rest of it
this
because
is my social media now. I don't use my Insta. I should connect them all up, really. You know, my channel with my Insta and my Facebook. But I'm too fucking lazy, and I enjoy the YouTubes too much. This is my social media. You know, I'd rather.
yeah, because this is like this. This is a hobby. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a fun and games like that. You know.
Yeah.
But there's too many people that start to take it way too serious. You know.
Yep. I like to, you know, chat to people on panel, and I like to interact with people in the chat, and I'd rather much do that than just fucking comment a thumb up on someone's fucking dinner on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's all it got to be for me, you know? Evening, Mr. Rainbow. Good evening.
Hello.
You
Can
good?
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Is it echoing?
you. Not really, no.
Okay.
A little bit.
Come on.
Just quietly. Yeah, you're all right to come on. You know your camera's on?
Yeah, I was just making sure I'll turn it off. I don't mind people seeing me, but you know, I'm not really a pretty bloke, so I'd rather, you know, have my camera off to be truthful.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll turn it off, please.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, Mr.
Oh, yeah,
Rainbow.
Hello, Chris.
Oh, we all spoke at once then. You good this evening, Mr. Rainbow?
Yeah. Just been chilling, really.
Yes, Beers.
Just not really doing much. I mean, I have a few jobs and things like most people and stuff, but I hate the weather and the darkness comes so quickly. You know, I struggle a bit, to be truthful, to motivate myself. Like I was supposed to go to the gym, and I haven't been for like a couple of weeks now because I just can't be bothered.
Yeah, I think it's a winter thing where our bodies tell us it's time to slow down naturally as well, isn't it? So,
Yeah, I just want to jump up. I don't know if you noticed, but there was this Mexican guy who was going around the channels doing singing. Did you see him?
I caught a couple of songs on Society X's, yes.
Yeah, that was it. Because what it is, I'd seen him on Stoned but Not Alone. I think that.
Yeah.
So I imagine he's basically been going all around the panels, which is fair enough. You know, to build up his sub base.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, you know, you're so talented, and we never get to see you on this channel.
No, I don't play a lot of guitar on my own channel, to be honest.
Yeah, is that a reason, or is it just like because, like I said,
I don't want to be seen to be like, I don't know, making it about me playing music. But I know people do like to hear it, so. But yeah, that's. I don't mind playing occasionally on other people's channels. I may play on mine a bit, but yeah, I do really save it for other people's.
What did you think to him?
What's that?
What did you think to him?
I thought he was very good, very processed, and musicians will know what I mean. So he was playing for a studio. He had backing tracks going, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, very processed. The voice was very processed, and a lot of the difficult guitar-y bits were on the backing track. But it was very, very, very good. He's got a very good voice, and he can play guitar extremely well.
Do you think there's just certain songs though he sings, or you know, because like it was Coldplay and Snow Patrol? Do you think he could probably do different songs, or it's just like
Probably being that talented, yeah. I can't see why not being that talented. He can probably do whatever he wants. Yeah, it was really good. I'm not knocking the backing track and that because it was really, really well processed. You know, pro standard. You know what I mean? Going out gigging pro standard stuff. That was.
What does that mean then? Is that like the microphone set up and all that sort of stuff?
Well, yeah, it's all going through a mixer. It'll all be being processed through a computer, plus multiple amps to clean it all. He'll have compressors and slight effects on his voice for different songs. But yeah, the way he was playing and that, it wouldn't surprise me if he's like, you know, regular at hotels and stuff in Mexico, and bars, and probably quite well paid, I would have thought, if he is, you know, or he should be. If he's not, he should be.
Yeah, he sound like I said. I liked it when I heard it the first time. I was like, wow, you know, I didn't realise it was live. I thought it was a
Yeah.
recording. But then when he when he come on Society's Lake, I was thinking, yeah, it's the same bloke. He's doing the same songs, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Probably,
but then,
yeah, he's probably one of these guys that has done recorded the backing tracks himself, or most of it. You know, some single artists like that like to record their own backing tracks, you know, to give it their own flavor, if you know what I mean.
yeah, I'm just surprised, like, because you're quite good at music, the musics, and Laura's quite a good singer as well. You know, it's a shame, and there's a few others, isn't it? Like you said, Chubby can play the, what was it? The
Skin flute.
yeah, that's it. There's quite a few in the community, and you know,
No,
I mean,
he can play the
I'm not
bass and guitar, I think he said. I
yeah,
take the piss saying, but he was a pro musician. So I just take the piss, you know. One
oh, was
musician
he?
to another, you know. Yeah, he was a semi-pro musician, same as me. Yeah.
Yeah,
In
'cause
bands and
I
on his
thought,
own.
yeah. See, what I was
Yep.
thinking was, I mean, I'm no good at this, but if everybody did a little bit, and then somebody could like splice it all together, and then
You can do
you know,
that.
you'd have
Yeah,
a song, wouldn't you?
yeah, you can do that. You'd all have to sort of start with a basic, you know, someone lay down a drum track, and maybe a bass or guitar track over it, guitar riff. But I'm not very good at. I can set up loops and everything, but I'm not very good at programming drum machines. They confuse the shit out of me terribly. So yeah, I'm not very good at laying down drum tracks. I've got to be honest.
But you surely must think that's something quite interesting, or is it? I just, you know,
It's something
I
that can
just
be
thought you
done.
should.
Reese wanted to do it with me. Send each other some files of recordings on BandLab, but that would need, you know, that would definitely need a drum track first, built around a riff. So you wouldn't record the riff, but you'd build the drum track around the riff you're playing. So then you'd lay the drum track, then the bass track to the riff you've made up. So then you've got your bass to lay your guitars over the top of then.
Yeah, because I was thinking like it, because I know, you know, but Reese, I know his raps were a bit controversial, but I did think it would have been interesting if he carried them on. And then I was thinking, well, you know, you're talented with what you do, and then you've got other people that are quite talented. It just, I don't know, maybe it'd just be a bit of fun if everybody just did it. Sort of somebody wrote the lyrics or whatever, and it all come together. Each was recorded and then brought
Yeah.
together somehow. You know, I don't know how it works, but
Yeah.
you know,
I have my own riffs coming out my fucking ears all the time. But that's just the way I sort of practice the guitar. I do play other people's stuff, but when I'm just maybe listening to live streams or watching a YouTube video with my guitar in my hands, I'm not concentrating on looking at the screen at a song to learn. I'm just playing. I just play, pick it up, and just whatever comes out of it comes out. Whether it's something I can remember how to play, or whether it's something that I just come up with myself. I was in an original band when I first started learning instruments. Me and a load of mates all got together. A few of them knew how to play. I sort of learned for 6 months, then joined them to jam and went from there. So I've done the whole songwriting thing, and I've got to be honest. There was times where I just couldn't fit words to a riff or something, or the riff just wasn't right. And then there's other times I could write a song in a day, which is pretty good. Pretty good going.
Yeah, you've got to be talented. I mean, I have to admit, I listened to Angela earlier doing some poems on
Yeah,
gamers, and they were pretty good.
nice.
You can tell when people have got the talent.
Just to answer, I will never conform. Yes, I will never conform. Chemo and radiotherapy can be used for my lymphoma if it ever flares up, which is it could turn cancerous, it might not, but if it could flare up as cancerous, or it could flare up as not cancerous, and that's one of the treatments. So yeah, chemo can be used for not cancer, and radiotherapy. Even conform. And surprisingly, radiotherapy is used for a lot of blood conditions where the cells are out of sync, or something like that. Small doses. Yeah, it's horrible. I've been for when I used to go to my hematologist. I'd sit in the waiting room, and you can sitting in the waiting room, you look straight into the room where the poor buggers are sat in their chairs getting their radiotherapy. And they do it on purpose to prepare people. I know they do.
Yeah, I had similar experience because I've got like a autoimmune thing, and I
Yeah,
used to get treated next door to the cancer patients, and I
yeah,
hated it, because you would see, I was a lucky person, but we were both sitting in the same waiting room, and
yeah,
some of that stuff is, it makes you think, doesn't it?
yeah.
Appreciate what you have sometimes.
Yep, it definitely does. I was luckily I'm signed off, but I did sort of have a lump a few months ago. Told my GP. They contacted my specialist, who I'd been signed off from, and within 2 weeks I was in. She had a look, a little poke and a prod and a little scan, and said, no, it's just a small cyst that will go down. But that's how quickly, if I go to the doctors, that's how quickly they take me into hematology, because they know it could just flare up at any time. So
Yeah, it's. I mean, I've had my struggles with the NHS. You know what I mean? Like I've been using them for over 10 years, well longer, and I've had to fight to get everything that I wanted. You know what I mean? Like getting second referrals, asking to be moved, things like that, because I wasn't
yeah,
getting the treatment I thought. Sometimes you think you go into it thinking that they're going to be, but there's so much politics and there's so much, you know, and also, I mean, the biggest benefit I've found is going to big hospitals because they seem to have more staff, and the more, the smaller hospitals are basically just run. I was getting into one doctor, and it's literally you had 30 seconds. It was
yeah,
that bad, and
yeah,
it's definitely because I think I mentioned on somebody else on Laura's. If anybody ever wanted any help with trying to get help on the NHS. I've got a lot of experience, like trying to, knowing what you have to say and do and stuff. I'll always help anybody out.
Yeah. Mystical. I don't mind you asking, Mystical. My Bobby. When his mum passed about 8 months ago, he was an old dog himself, but when his mum passed about 8 months ago, he done super lots of pining, and over the last 8 months gone downhill. Health wise, just with muscle wastage. And then for the last month of his life, he was in constant pain with his two front shins. One of them had a metal plate in it, and he was losing muscle around it, which was causing problems. And then his organs started to go because of his age. You know, he's drinking more, he's getting swollen around the kidneys, bloated belly. I've been there before. I really, really know my dogs. So yeah, I had to do the unfortunate thing of taking him to the vet. If I'd kept him alive, it would have been for my sake, not for the dog's sake. He was in so much pain, and even the strong painkillers weren't doing a damn thing. So I had to do right by the dog. I had to do right by the dog. I always do with my dogs. My dogs come first before my feelings. I know other people hold on to theirs longer than they should, but it's not my place to say that. It's that's just my way of doing things. My animals don't suffer ever. Ever anything wrong that I can't deal with, straight to the vet. No questions asked. So yeah.
I just got to check the temperature a minute on this trailer.
Yeah, no worries.
Back in a minute.
It's
Mystical. It's yeah. Just one of them things, Mystical. Just age. He was a good age. On the records down the vet, he was 13. I thought he was 13 and a half, but he was 13, which is probably the youngest one of my dogs have gone for a long time. But yeah, as soon as his kidneys started swelling, I knew I was going to get him in the pain. So, there was no way I was going to put him through treatment for kidneys, and that would lead to treatment for diabetes. I've been there before, spent, so much money weekly to try and keep one of my terriers alive with insulin and painkillers. And she just suffered for a month before she died at home. So no way. Yeah, my dogs come first always. Love my dogs. I've been offered a couple, and yeah, my missus had to talk me out of having one. But yeah, I'm gonna wait. No, my pets always have a better life than me. They eat better than me. Eat everything I eat.
Yeah, sorry, Militia, I was just going to say big respect for saying that, because it's, our pets is like a family, aren't they? I
Yeah.
lost my cat. I lost my cat a few months back, and I was devastated because it was like I used to come back on the night shift. She'd
Yep.
always come up and jump on me and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and when they go, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? It's a big deal, really. But yeah, it's a sad thing. And it sounds like you looked after
Evening, Jamie. Yeah.
him really well.
Yeah. Are you live at 9, Jamie? Check him in the chat if you are. I'm not planning on doing a long one, so yeah. Yeah, they they are. Well, dogs have been my life for a long, long time. Growing up as a kid, we always had dogs. As soon as I left home, dog, and it's only been once, I think, in about 35 years that I had a break of about 3-4 months not having a dog, and this is the first time since then. So, but I'm still getting out with my brother and his dogs. They're aging very quickly. They're the same age as my dogs, so this is still going well. Didn't walk so far today. The little terrier was a bit creaky, you know. All right, nice one, Jamie. Nice one, Jamie. I'll keep going till the 9 o'clock if you get me.
Yeah, one thing I noticed you said was you feed a raw diet.
No,
Oh.
no. Someone gave me a load of raw, but I was never a raw diet. I give tinned meat, which I know is not the best, but I go for sort of the best I can get, which is butcher's tripe, which has got a lot of meat in it. I know it makes the dog's fart stinky, but yeah, they like their wet tinned meat, but I'd always have complete food down from which they'd eat as well. So they'd wait for their wet dinner after walking in the evening, sort of same time every day. They'd have their tin, wolf that down them. But then you'd hear them a couple of hours later. They'd snip off to the kitchen. You'd hear them in the kitchen crunch, 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 crunch. So they were getting their complete down them. I wouldn't overfeed them on tinned meat, you know. Even Bobby, who was quite a big dog, he'd only have one tin of meat a day. One small tin of meat, you know, 300 gram or whatever they are. Jamie's live at 9:30 tonight, so yeah, I'll keep going till about 9, 9:15. Yeah, I've got loads of raw in the freezer that someone gave me, Beyonce turkey, 80-10-10. I'm gonna give it to my brother. Just before Bobby passed, I tried him on it, which I'd never done, and he woofed it down in a whole fucking half-kilo tube, you know. So, well, I could do with a strong cup. That's what I'll get off at 9, I think. Get me a cup. Well, I've got pop at the moment, but it's the most disgusting pop I've ever drunk in my life.
What is it?
Pepsi Max Cherry. I don't recommend anybody ever buy Pepsi Max Cherry, but I am going to drink it because I'm a tight bastard.
I love that.
I'm not a fan. I like Pepsi, but I'm so used to full fat cherry Coke. I can't drink diet cherry Coke when they bother to bring it out. But yeah, I thought I'd try this. This was only $1.35 a bottle on offer for
Oh,
liter and a half, about a liter and a quarter. So, you know, this is like 4 days pop for me.
that's my weakness, cherry. I mean, when you look on the ingredients and all that lot, but it's like
Coke is lush.
I stopped smoking, so you have to find something to, you know, another addiction. So
Yeah.
I tell you what, I did find, but it was really expensive. It was Coke. I found cherry vanilla Coke.
That's lovely.
I think it was imported
Yeah.
because I've never seen it over here, and it was really nice. I don't know if you've ever had that. But...
Yeah, it's lovely stuff. Yeah, the American sweet shops have popped up all around here, and you know, some of the cans pop and chocolate and whatever. The chocolate's dog shit. I don't like it. But some of the cans of pop are just the best. I do love a proper root beer. I love Dr. Pepper cream soda. Fucking hell, that's something else. But they charge like £2.50, £3 a tin, which is a bit scandalous. Yeah, I love the vanilla Coke as well. Vanilla Coke, my side. Yeah, my side. If you drink alcohol at all, cinnamon, or firecracker Jack Daniels or cinnamon Jack Daniels, whatever they call it, and vanilla Coke is fucking lush. It tastes like an old Coke float. If you're old enough to remember a Coke float, which is a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top of Coca-Cola or Pepsi. I don't know what they were called elsewhere, but where I had them, they were called Coke floats.
You see, I remember Coke floats. I'm not much younger than you, and I'm pretty certain Wimpy or
They used
was
to
it
do them.
Little Chef, one of them.
Little
And
Chef
I'll be
used
honest
to do
with
them
you,
as well. Yep.
yeah, they were amazing. I mean, you couldn't
They
get away
were.
with it nowadays because
No, but yeah, I remember them as a kid. They were fucking lovely, and they were a treat. You know, only as a treat. You know what I mean? Are you guys going at it in the fucking chat? Oh, Agent and Laura going at it again. Come on, ladies.
I mean, I did say, is there any chance of like just drawing a line under it? And you know what I mean, like because at the end of the day,
No, no,
no.
there won't be. There's too much water under the bridge with Agent and Laura. I don't really know anything about it, but just what I've heard last few days, no, probably no chance.
Because I mean, you know,
I don't want to speak for anybody, but you know, there's been some pretty ripe things said by both. So,
yeah, but that's what I mean.
yeah,
Like, it's just
I don't want to
literally
get
say
involved.
today that
I get on with
that's it.
both. I don't want to get involved, you know.
Yeah, but it's like today, you just say that's it. Draw a line under it. You both do what you do, and that's it. You know what I mean? It can't be that difficult.
Yeah, as long
you know what I mean?
as they're not hurting anybody else in chat by arguing. If one of them can't stick it, then they have to. You know, that's it. You know, I'm not gonna smack bums and take spanners or anything like that. Just for a personal beef between two of my moderators. I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, it's your channel. You know what I mean? I just like me personally. I'm just.
Oh, sorry, Rainbow. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at Agent's comment about making up with Fisher after 3.5 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I had a year off. I come back. I wasn't really invested anyway before, but I don't. You'd never know. You know who's got a problem with who, and you know what I mean. I didn't come on here for that. I just want to come on and just have a bit of a laugh. You know what I mean? Like,
You're a good agent.
just
You're a good agent. No worries. No need to apologize. Apologize, agent. I know the score. I'm not wet behind the ears anymore. I'm fully blooded into YouTube by now.
I think with stuff like, you know, if you don't get on with somebody, it's just always best to block them from seeing each other, you know, so you don't have to worry about their comments. And
yep,
you know, I always find that's just the easiest thing to do, because you can't bring it constructive to each other.
Yeah, but if they're mods, they can still see each other. I think even if they're blocked. So, I think. Don't quote me on it. I'm not a YouTube expert by any state of the imagination, but I think if they're mods, they can still see each other.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think.
No, I don't know.
The thing is, you can't get on with everybody, can you? At the end of the day,
Right.
You know,
No.
and even on these lives, which is why I'm very, you know, I don't want to be a panel person, because you say one thing and then that's it. You know what I mean? Like, basically, you're done, and it could just be a mistake, or could you know, you might be just feeling bad, and that's what I mean. Like, one word can be then used against you for the next 2 weeks, and I don't want to get involved with that. You know, like it would. I just want to come on and, you know, have a bit of a chat, like you would in the pub or something. You know.
Yeah. Definitely. You know, obviously I have little digs at people, but you know, Crinkle can have everything he gets. But the others, you know, they know it's tongue in cheek. Sometimes they go a little bit far, but the only person I've ever really been sort of quite malicious. Well, two people in my video, and it's only in videos. Is Crinkle and Steve Farthing. You know, everyone else I've sort of gone easy on. You know,
Is Steve Farthing the one that says that you get me? Is that
You
the
get
one
me.
you? Is that right?
Yeah.
I've never seen his
Yeah.
channel. I've heard him in a chat one time, but
Yeah.
then I realised didn't realise that was his name. But
No, he's a fucking psychopath. Lived on the streets a lot.
Fine, didn't it?
But he I'm not being obtuse or fuck all, but you know, he can go for a couple of weeks of being absolutely chill on his channel, lovely to everybody, peace, love, and fucking all that, and then within 5 minutes he turns into the most vile-mouthed, foul creature you've ever fucking heard in your life. And
right.
it's all show, it's all bravado. He goes off his nuts sometimes when he hasn't got much puff or tobacco, but he goes full on mental, and he goes deep, really, really deep. Nasty deep. But I've, you know, even after he's gone at me and my missus' illness, I've still let him on the panel and been 100% and perfectly civil with him, and even chucked AJ off the panel for taking the piss out of him so I could talk to him on a level, you know what I mean? Because we did used to get on, until he turned on a load of us that supported him. You know, a few of us were real tight with him, had his back. We were the only ones that would put up with him on panel. Some of us even donated to him, you know, and he just threw it back in all our faces badly, you know.
I can't believe. I don't know if you've seen on Society.
No long-term animosity against him because he's in a pickle, you know. He's where he wants to be, but he's put himself in a hard position, trying to live off the land. So
right. But I don't know if you've seen the last couple of days on Society's channel. Jamie's got this. He's obviously a challenge kid. He comes on there called Brandon.
No problem.
He got porn bombed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
And you think, and yet he was on there on Agent X's the other day justifying why he does this. That these are because these people treat me so bad. What on earth has that Brandon ever done to that jerk off? It's like, and now that kiddie is going to have to worry because he's going to keep potentially getting hit. You know.
Yep.
And you know, people like that. I mean, he's got enough going on in this world. It's like, why on earth you got to do crap like that? You know.
Yeah,
and I
say something there. I have big respect for Society for doing that because, I mean, I was deaf when I was younger. I had a lot of problems, and I used to have a few friends that were like that because you know you end up in the same circles. And I had a very friend as a young age who was exactly similar to that, and I think Society has done very well to include him. You know, to a point because of. The end of the day, you know, there's a line in there, but I don't think anybody else that I've ever seen on panels and stuff has put so much effort in trying to, you know, help him as much as he can. So I do think he deserves a lot of, you know, thanks for that. I know if you know what I mean. So
right, but it's just having that kiddie porn bombed. It just seems that's just like. So ridiculous, it's unbelievable, you know.
Yeah, sorry, man. With I mean, what Crinkle's done, or whoever's done it is disgusting, and picking on, you know, he should never do that. That's I can't get my head around it.
No,
but that's what I think.
It takes and I'll put my camera on for this. It takes a special kind of person to do that to Brandon. The bloke is not right in the head at all. It just proves that he is so narcissistic, and I'm not joking when I say this. I am convinced he gets a fucking sexual gratification out of it.
I think he does.
And it sounds horrible, and it sounds a bit disgusting to come out of my mouth, but I do think he gets a sexual gratification out of it. Maybe not other porn bombers. They do it maybe just to get the channel gone. But I think he gets some real buzz out of it. You know, sexual buzz, if you know. Because he must be watching all the stuff that he's fucking posting. He's watching through hours of gore and porn to find what
I
he
know.
wants. No?
Right.
It's fucking
Yeah.
wow. It's just wow. It blows my mind. It blows my fucking mind.
Hmm.
The thing that gets me though, like you
Yeah,
know what I was saying about what society's done is now there's going to be people that society will be scared of trying to involve again because of people like Crinkle. That you know he's worried. Oh, he's going to start attacking him, and this is what really makes it horrible. Because then it's you know it shouldn't be like that, should it at all?
Shouldn't know. Not at all.
And this line keeps getting crossed constantly, and you know I don't understand why. I mean, the guy's still on YouTube. I can't get my head around that. He's still on YouTube. He's still doing this, whether he's doing it all or not. You know what I mean? But it's still happening. I can't.
He
You know
didn't
what I
die.
mean?
Yeah. Happy birthday. Yeah, just get my guitar out for some practice when I finish the live.
Will we get a song before you finish, or?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to clean it and tune it a minute.
I don't want to put any pressure, but I have
Strings
to admit, you know.
Strings need cleaning first, and then she needs to tune it. But it only takes a second anyway. I always like to caress her before I play. You know.
Right, can I ask you a question? Are you still there?
Yeah. I'm still here.
Yeah. You know, when you're on the road and stuff, how do you stop? Because it's like the same thing, isn't it? How do you stop yourself like losing concentration?
I don't drive. Like I say, I don't drive like most of these drivers will drive 11 hours every day, and that's why they're absolutely knackered. I'll run like this is only about a 6-hour run, 6.5 hour. I pace myself out. I book my loads out so far that I can control my clock. So I only got to run 7 or 8 hours a day. Then I stop.
No, I mean, but it's like this picture now. It's like that's it, isn't it? You know, like it's. Do you just concentrate, or do you slightly switch off, or is it a bit? Have you got cruise control?
Yeah, I never use cruise control though, to be fair, because then you'll have nothing to do. You'll just be holding a steering wheel and letting the thing just go straight. Bearing in mind, like within that 8 hour, you have to stop and take a 30-minute break. Now, I took a break prior to this. So you take break, and I've usually got enough time. I don't need to be stopped until 10 o'clock tonight. Well, I'm only 2.5 hours away, and it's only 3:45 here in the afternoon. So I could stop again in a minute if I wanted to half an hour, get out and walk around, stretch your legs and whatever. I mean, I'm going to stop in about 50 minutes anyway, because I've got to top up with fuel before I go on up into the, like, right up in the top. So I'll fill up here at this last pilot. And I'll probably grab a cup of coffee or something like that while I'm there. That way, then at least you're moving. You know, you're getting out of the truck, you're filling up, then you're going back in the place, you're walking around a bit. And a cup of coffee never hurt anybody, you know. It'll keep you. They have all variations. I stick to like mild coffee. I don't want the real seriously strong stuff they got there. So. But no, I've seen drivers. I've been by a side of one driver that was going to sleep, and you're beeping your horn at them, stuff like that, because they're drifting. They're drifting all over the road. I've seen drunk truck drivers. Like if you go to Mississippi, is one of the worst. Mississippi in the early hours. I've never seen so many people drink driving. It's crazy. You know, they'd just be like all over the road. I've seen people throwing out beer cans and then crack open another one while they're driving, and it gets a little bit silly, some of the stuff. But you know, as long as they don't hit me, I mean, and you do your best to get them off the road, but ultimately, I can't force somebody. You know, the drunk tanker driver, I would have forced him off because I tried stopping him because we were on like just a normal road. So you've got like in England, you'd have like a B road where you got like just one lane of one lane each way, you know. And this guy was in this lane. Obviously, we're on the right, but he was drifting over to the left, then drifting over to the right, going around bends, and you got cars flashing at him, because if that truck hit him, they wouldn't survive that. They'd be killed instantly, you know, in the car. So you get some, you do get some crazy people.
If you see a kid at the side of the road doing the honk noise, sign, do you do the horn?
Yeah, it's mostly in cars. They'll be pulling up by the side of you, and they'll be hanging out the rear, you know, hanging out the window, and putting the arm out, telling you to blow the horn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you're not in a tunnel, yeah, you'll always do it, because I mean, kiddies just like all that, you know. And then you'll see them going along. They'll get you to do it, and then they'll be driving along, and you'll see their arm come out the window, telling the next truck driver to do it. And, you know, I mean, kids just get a kick out of it, but you've just got to be. You got to be careful, because I have frightened one adult before, and she nearly went for a car because she obviously didn't know the kids telling them to blow the horn. And this poor woman, I thought she was going to die. So you're always a bit apprehensive, you know. You wait until they get a little bit past you, then you'll blow it, just so you don't freak them out, you know. But these aren't the loudest. You can get much louder horns than this one. You can get the train horns and stuff in some of these truck stops. They're about $200, and they're insane.
Yeah, I've seen them on YouTube, like people getting them and going up to people.
Yeah, because they don't expect it.
Have you got any like badges on the back of your lorry?
Have I got any what?
Like badges, you know, stickers.
No, all I've got is the British flag on each side of the truck, on the sides, but I've got nothing on the back.
Was it like honk if you're horny?
No, it's just a Union Jack. You can buy all those stickers you know, you go in this truck stop. Some are funny, you know, like who needs Google? My wife knows everything, and you get different silly ones, and then you'll get sent, you know, like military ones, or, you know, X's, and you'll get the Blue Lives Matter stickers in the truck stops. You get quite a variation. They do T-shirts, they do everything. Obviously, the one that we predominantly use is owned by or is owned, you know, got swallowed up by Berkshire Hathaway. So it's a part of, you got some of these huge conglomerates going around America buying up such big companies. Yeah,
that's the investment company, isn't it? Or
yeah, I mean, Berkshire Hathaway. I mean, they're like, that's that Warren Buffett guy.
Oh yeah, he's made his money, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's a multi-billionaire, and then that company sat on about, I think the last quarterly thing, it was like $250 billion. They just bought up like one of the biggest train companies here. They're buying up tanker companies. He's trying to like buy up sort of transport related and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
So they just make oodles and oodles of money.
Yeah. Have you heard of Seaver Logistics?
Yeah. Yeah, my friend used to contract them. Well, they still do a little bit. I got friends on YouTube called Trucking Together. And Alice and Martin were contracted to them. They still do a little bit, but they've sort of pulled away now. They're trying to go back under their own authority. But Seaver's not an overly massive company. I mean, it's a big, you know, it is a big-ish one, but it's not like top 10, top 20 trucking companies, you know.
Nah.
The biggest is like FedEx and UPS. They've got like crazy. They got thousands and thousands of trucks.
I saw this thing about a UPS driver, and he was saying, as a driver, he was earning $150,000 a year, US dollars, and he was on like TikTok, and it's crazy.
Well, I earned 302,000 last year. So 150 is, he's not killing himself, you know. I'm not sure if he was company. I'm contractor, but he may have been company.
I think
No, I mean, you
it's
get
a union, isn't it, or something? In America, the unions have massive
Yeah.
control over everything.
Yeah, I mean, even some of these team drivers, you know, some of these team drivers can rake in 400,000 or 500,000 a year. As long as they're on top of their game, they can earn silly money. You know, a team couple, because you can run that truck basically 24/7. You know, 7 days a week. And some of these trucks, they're even converted so you can have 3 people running it. They'll have like the 2 beds in the back, or they'll have 1 bed in the back, and they also have a bed above where the driver is that across the width of the truck. So you can have 2 people sleeping and everything else, you know, because they just run. But I wouldn't like do any of that. I like my own space.
Yeah, the freedom of the open road.
Yeah, and I couldn't be sleeping while some truck is hurtling along at 70 miles an hour. I don't know how people sleep with that, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you remember that film with Sean, the bomb man?
Sean Connery.
Yeah, the trucking film. Nah.
No, I don't remember that one. I only ever remember Sean Connery in like James Bond films and stuff.
Yeah, no, he did it was a trucking film. And it was just showing like basically they were just like speeding along the road, ramming over cars off the road and stuff. I think it's from the 1960s. It was just saying like how much they got paid by the load or something. So it was, you know, go as fast as you could basically.
Yeah, that's what this is. We get paid by the load, a specific amount prior to when you book it. It shows you up on the load board how much it's worth, what you're going to get paid, what weight it's going to be, and telling you where to go, and it tells you what you're expected, whether it's a live load where you don't touch it, and it could be a live offload where again you don't touch it, which is fine with me at times, but I tried to do ones where you actually get out and do offloads, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest problem out here. A lot of these truck drivers, they got such bad health because they're just living on junk food. They don't want to move too much. I mean, it's quite normal to see a driver out here with, there could be 500 pounds, something like that, and swollen legs and things, and they can barely move. And they'll also be on one of those, what do you call it? Like the breathing machine.
Yeah. Nebulizer.
That's it. They'll have stuff like that, and it's like, why are you out here? I mean, it's crazy, but that's how desperate they get for drivers, you know.
500 pounds
in weight. Yeah, I mean, you're sort of like, yeah, you'll get some huge people out here, huge, and they're like, you just wonder how on earth, and they struggle to get in and out of the truck, or they'll park right up close to where like the fuel island is, because rather than park it right at the back of the the truck stops, they want to be as close as they can because they can't walk that far. It's just
that's not good, is it?
No, it's silly.
I mean, you as a British person in America, you see a lot of fat people. You know, we're not talking like, fat in Europe. We're talking like proper.
They have 1,000-pound people over here. They have super obese people, like over 1,000 pounds, that are bedridden. They'll have 6-8 people, like firemen, if they got to get them out of the house to take them to a hospital or whatever. Because the food is so injected and so processed here, so accelerated. I mean, you look at chicken, which is probably one of the most popular things here. You go to these chicken places, like a lot of states, like Mississippi and stuff like that, where it's poverty. Healthy food costs a lot of money. Bad food is cheap, and you'll get things like a chicken that will lay an egg, and I don't know what the process time is in England from it being fully grown, but here You're talking a couple of
28
weeks, and
days.
that thing's almost fully grown. Yeah, here it's like 2 weeks. Well, it's so
Yeah,
blatantly
'cause
obvious that if you're going to eat it, it's going to come out on the end user, and that's the human. And it's all about big servings and stuff like that. Or, I mean, a lot of them will say like British food is bland. Well, I like bland food, but here it's like sauces and everything's
cheese.
bigger. Yeah, it's just bigger.
Everything's covered in cheese.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you go to
And bacon.
Wisconsin, which is the cheese capital of this country, I don't think there's anything you can't buy that's got cheese. You'll have like beer flavored cheese or I mean, just weird stuff. They make every
That
type
does
of
sound
cheese
nice.
going. Yeah, lemon cheese. Even my cousin was saying the other day, she said, "Oh, have you seen this stuff?" And I said, "Well, I don't look too much I don't really like cheese, you know."
Oh, I love pineapple cheese, and I love cranberry cheese. Lovely.
I'm supposed to stay away from a lot of dairy because I got like psoriasis on certain parts, so you're supposed to stay away from a lot of dairy products. But yeah, it's that's cheese capital up there.
Yeah. If a couple of the guys want a song, I'm gonna have to do it now and shut down and sort myself out with a sandwich and a big massive cup of coffee before society.
All right, well, I'll jump out, but thanks for letting me on here.
Yeah, cheers.
Ministry.
Anytime. You know that.
Right, and I'll catch everybody another day.
Yeah, I'll catch you in a chat in a bit.
Great.
Laters.
Thanks a lot, Ministry. I'll jump out as well. Thank you very much.
No worries.
Cheers.
Cheers for coming on, mate. You guys are going to have to let me know if the levels of guitar and voice are all right. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Any good? Do it now. It's one that someone said I did well. My voice isn't going to be the best for it. I'm warning you. That's why I'm me. I do need to me because I've had a cold and it's not good. But someone did like this one. I'm going to leave the solo bit out because I just can't be asked to sit playing the guitar for 16 bars with no solo. All righty then. My voice is all right enough. And my voice is gone after one song. But no practice. And a cold. Ooh, that was heavy. Yeah, a bit Metallica. Give it that noise. I am going to be finishing in a second. And it is 9 o'clock, so I'm going to get myself. Oh, I think I've got a posh Scottish egg. So I think I'm going to have posh Scottish egg and then see who's live. Yeah, a bit of that as well. So close, far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever asking where we are, and nothing else matters. Trust ecstasy. And I found, ooh, wrong chord. Woo. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing this evening. May jump on a panel or two, but I should be sitting with Precious. My Precious. I should swap it out and bring. I should bring a different Precious upstairs, to be honest. Tracks of My Tears. Very nice. If my voice was any good, yes. But I need to not have a cold and not be lazy about learning songs. Let me have a look at it a minute. Let me see what it looks like. Chord-wise. Ooh, it came straight up. Oh, not too bad. People say I'm the life of the party, 'cause I tell it to go to. Yeah, not too hard. Not too hard, that one. Not too hard at all. Just me playing much. But should we see if I can sound like a metal type thing? Oh, nearly. Yeah, I usually try and tempt shits and giggles out the woodwork with that one, seeing as it's an old Saxon song. Oh, there's another old Saxon song to try and get shits and giggles out the woodwork. Where's shits? Here you go, Jay-Z. Just about to finish. Just about to finish and get myself a sandwich and a cup of... Yeah. Yeah, not bad, Jay. Not bad. Welcome anytime, Jay. Welcome anytime. I can't play peace cells, but it's something that I would like to learn. But I'd have to... You know what I mean? Can't remember, hey Joe. No, I can't put the chicken plucker down now. Can't put the chicken plucker down. Sabbath. Angela would usually show her face backstage, so I'm not sure if that's the real Princess Angela, but I am shutting down immediately. So, sorry, Angela, I won't bring you on if that is you. I am forcing myself to shut down, otherwise, I'm going to sit here whittling on my guitar, annoying the shit out of everybody. Yeah, and I'm not going to get a sandwich. Ciao for now. Ciao for now. I'll play a chicken fucker vid or something. Chicken fucker, bro. I didn't think it was Angela because you showed me your face.
Nice beaver, if I do say so myself. Oh, I do like a nice wet beaver. Ha ha! Nice wet beaver.
Ooh, still making noise.
Chicken fucker, bruv. Chicken fucker, bruv. Chicken fucker, bruv. Chicken fuckers everywhere, bruv.
Have Bristol and chips and beans or something.